Warning. The podcast you're about to listen to is rated N, not for everybody, especially the people who just don't get it.
Keep going. What am I going to do, quit? That's not an option. You got to keep on keeping on. Life's a garden, dig it? You make it work for you.
It's going to be okay. And just keep on taking steps every day. Keep on building. Keep on trusting the process. Keep on staying positive.
And yes, I just fell down again. I'm going to get the fuck up. And I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep striving for fucking greatness. I would never give up on myself, and I would never give up on anything that I really believe in.
If you fuck up in life, hey, it's all good. You gotta keep going. If you made a mistake 10 minutes ago, hey, why you thinking about it? It was 10 minutes ago. It's not the present moment. Keep going. If somebody did you dirty a couple months ago, why you still thinking about it? It's the current moment. Keep going.
So are we just supposed to live our lives like this the whole time? Versus just staying like this and understanding that it's really just a journey of evolution every day. It's just constant improvement, constant curiosity, constantly getting better. The results don't really matter. It's the figuring out that matters.
It's honestly been a while. But let me tell you why it's been a while. For one, I've been sick. I had strep throat. So I had, been a couple weeks. Also, to make my videos, it's like I go through things, whether it's relationship-wise, whether it's realizations, a bunch of things, so it takes a while for me to really come up with things I'm going to talk about and ideas I'm going to really touch on, because sometimes I feel like I have to go through things in order to deliver the things that I feel like I need to deliver. You know what I'm saying? Today's episode, we're going to be talking about to get over someone, you have to get under somebody. Well, that's what they say. I can say, at least for myself, that statement is false, and I'm going to go as far to say that statement in general is false. I'm gonna tell you why it's false. It's false because I feel like every time when I was younger, and every time like I went through certain things and breakups or situationships where, split, whatever, I would always look for someone else immediately after. I was always the type to get into a relationship a week after a relationship, a month after a relationship, not even heal. And now that I'm older, I realize I suppressed so many emotions while doing so. And people nowadays, they don't even realize that what they're doing is just suppressing the real emotions, the sadness, the heartbreak, the confusion. They're pressing that shit all the way down. And then they're going to deal with somebody else. And it's like you're putting all that sadness and all that pain onto them. You don't even be liking the person that you be getting under in order to get over somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're using them. How would you feel if somebody was using you? You would not enjoy being used just to get over somebody. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all watching this probably have been used for a man or for a woman to get over their ex. Me personally, when I would I can think of a specific situation where I used someone, where I got under somebody to get over somebody, and that was a really sad time in my life. I'm not even talking emotionally. I'm talking like just sad as fuck. Like, you ever just like look at someone and be like, they sad as fuck, like they just sad. Like, that's how it really was for me. It was just a sad time emotionally and in the way I was just talking about it. Honestly, I wasn't thinking. I was thinking the more I distract myself, the more I do this, the more I do that I will really just get over that person or get over that hurt, get over that heartbreak. But then in all actuality, I was just making it worse for myself. I tried to really take all that heartbreak and all the emotions and try to shove it down deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper by being with other people that I didn't even like for real, that I was really just using. And it ended up in the dumbest situation. I'm not gonna get into it, but I ended up having a whole court case. And the reason for the court case was because it ended in a fight. And they put their hands on me first, of course. But at the end of the day, I realized that it's my fault. Yes, they put their hands on me multiple times. Yes, people was there to witness this. But at the end of the day, it was my fault. And I figured this out because I realized that all that time I spent leading her on, all that time I spent telling her sweet nothings, lying to her, telling her I love her, I this, that, and the third, all of that built up for that one moment right there. All the nonchalantness that I had in arguments, all the nonchalantness I had just how I treated her. Like, it was really terrible, like how I treated her, all because that I was trying to distract myself. That's like so selfish. That's so selfish. And I realized that, right? All that built up over and over and over again for months led to that situation right there. Led to someone putting their hands on me. I'm laughing, and it's really not funny, but it really led to someone putting their hands on me. And I'm not saying that happens with everyone, but the point is, like, you getting under somebody, you're using someone to get over someone is only going to result in a big bang. Shit, whether it's a fight, whether it's a big argument, whether it's you breaking someone's heart and they suffering in silence, it leads to a big bang. I'm tired of this phrase. Why can't we just make ourselves happy? Is it that hard? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit and act like I have it all together. It is hard. I was just crying last night. I was crying last night because it's so hard to just sit and be alone and to suffer in your loneliness, and you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it by yourself every night. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you this time. No one's coming to save me. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save your mom. No one's coming to save no one. The only person that can save us from the pain that we feel, from the sadness that we feel, from the heartbreak that we feel is ourself. It's ourself. And I'm really trying to discover, like, what it looks like. It meaning, like, what does healed fully look like? Yes, I'm up here doing this podcast right now, and after I'm going to go to the gym, and after I'm going to meditate, and after I'm going to journal. That's what healing looks like. But what does healed looks like? I'm trying to really figure that out. Like, but healed does not look like getting under somebody else for temporary satisfaction for it to end in a big bang. You ever, like, hang out with someone new? Like, let's say after your breakup. I'm not even gonna say heartbreak because some bitches want to be cold-hearted. But you ever hang out with somebody new and it just don't feel right? It feels like every time that you hang out with someone new, it just hurts. It hurts. Every time you hang out with someone new, it doesn't feel normal. It doesn't feel comforting. It doesn't feel like it's healing you. It just feels like it's bothering you. Let's stop doing that. Well, I don't know about you. I'm not gonna tell you we're on our celibate January, because we're not. We're not. I honestly still hang out with new people every now and then too. But at the end of the day, I realize every time that what I'm looking for is, I'm looking for a hole to be filled. I'm looking for a hole to be filled that's never going to be filled unless I do it on my own. I feel like as people, like, when we just don't have no one, we're constantly looking for people. Whether it's you going on them dating apps, whether it's you going to them parties, going up to every girl, going up to every boy you see, trying to get their number, trying to get their snap, whether it's you sliding in DMs, doing this, doing that, because you want a certain hole to be filled, and it's never going to be filled until you fill it yourself. I don't really know how you're going to fill that hole, but that's really up to you. My last video, like, explained how, me personally, how I fill the hole, and how, yo, this bitch keep coming in my shit, like, you gonna piss me off. Yeah, so this week, I honestly been just going through things, and I've been writing down, like, everything that bothered me, or everything that I need to work through, or, like, just something like that. Okay, so basically, I've been feeling like I need a reset. And you might be like, what you mean you need a reset? I feel like I need a reset. A reset meaning I wanted to see someone that can temporarily fill that hole. That's how I've been feeling. And I did. And it was a hell of a reset. It satisfied me that day, and it satisfied me the next day. But something that I realized while having that reset moment was like, wow, I can't do this anymore. I can't have these reset moments. I can't even say fuck a reset, let's just go all in and do this all the time. I can't do that no more because I'm not that person no more. I realize I'm not that person that can just sit here and give my all to someone and not focus on myself, because the moment that I was, released from the relationship or broken up with or going through heartbreak, I realized that I generally love doing so many things. For example, like podcasting. For example, like going to the gym every day. For example, like doing this, like doing that, like journaling, like doing meditation. I never did none of that shit in a relationship, because when I'm in a relationship, I tend to like put other needs put the other person's needs first, or I tend to like not do what I like to do because I lose a piece of myself while I'm in that like situationship, relationship, whatever. Yeah, so I realized I don't want to do this no more. And then after I realized that thing, the same day I ran into a person and I realized it made me sad, but the person is connected to someone I used to deal with. It's connected to a certain like a heartbreak, a certain like tick like that in my life, So I ran into that person, and then I was walking away after seeing the person, whatever, and then I just said to myself like, fuck. And I got so sad, and then I tried to call every contact in my phone, not every contact, but like all my friends in my phone to talk about it. But that's just me filling that hole again. Why am I running from it? I'm calling my friend to joke about it, to be like, I just see this nigga there. No. So after no one answered, I realized I have to unpack this. I have to figure out like what's the beef, not beef, but like what's the issue that I have with this person when it comes to my emotions, when it just comes to me. And I realize is that I'm insecure. And I know that a lot of y'all can relate. A lot of y'all can easily just go on Instagram and be a little triggered. Y'all can run into certain women, certain men, whether it's like connected to something from your past or whether in general, and they can make you insecure. They make you have an insecure moment. And I honestly don't know why certain people trigger my insecurities. I honestly do know why. I'm sorry, because I did unpack it. I realized because all my life I've been cheated on with men. And I feel like men generally just trigger my insecurities. I don't know if y'all can relate, like with women that date men. Y'all could say certain women or women in general trigger my insecurities. Like for example, let's say your man cheated on you with someone that looks completely opposite from you. That person that they cheated on you with can trigger your insecurity. That's like my situation. Or like people that look like that person can trigger your insecurities, right? So I realized that men trigger my insecurities because I always been cheated on with men. Now, I don't know why they trigger my insecurities, because me personally, when I'm alone, right now I can say shit, I'm the shit. I look good. I have everything going for me. I'm smart as fuck. I love myself, at least I put the effort to. I have a podcast. I go to college. I have money. And if I don't have money, I have parents that have money. I have this, I have that. I'm so grateful for everything that I have. Cool. But it's like when I'm around them, it's like, damn, they got that shit on. No. Their hair kind of... And it's like I start kind of like comparing myself. Like, why the fuck am I comparing myself to a fucking man? Two different things. And on top of that, everyone should feel this way. What I'm about to say, everyone should feel like they are the prize. Everyone should feel like they are that girl or that boy. Everyone should feel like they are just the best thing that ever stepped foot on this planet. And I feel that way just in general, but then it's just like certain people I run into and it's like, shit. And it just makes me so low and it makes me so blue. But I realized like this was a thing that I do, and I cut that shit out. I feel like when I walk into a room now, ever since I figured that out, I walk into the room like I own that shit. I walk past a man like I own that nigga. I walk past that bitch like I own that bitch. Like sometimes you really have to move that way because it really like gets ingrained into your like subconscious mind that like you are enough. And you start to feel like you're not enough when you have outside like things like social media and just the thing that I'm going through are just the shit that people put you through. Something I realized too about myself, this is what I wrote down once again, I punish myself because someone hurts me emotionally. Y'all could probably relate to this too. You don't deserve pain. Even things like, okay, I'm heartbreaking, I'm gonna wake up every day at 6 a.m. and I'm gonna go for the run, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Just like how I was saying in the last video, I realized, like, yes, that's good because it makes you a better person, but where's the time that you're mothering yourself? That you're babying yourself? You need to be babied sometimes through heartbreak. You need to really, like, be like, Rachel, are you okay? Like, ask yourself, like, so-and-so, are you okay? Like, what can I do today to make me feel good? Maybe I should go get my nails done. Maybe I should go take myself out on a date. Maybe I should go take myself out and eat. Let me go treat myself to an acai bowl. Sometimes I do that shit all the time because it makes me feel good. Or sometimes I do the things that I like to do with other people alone and it makes me feel good. I actually, when I was walking here today to do this video, I was thinking, like, I feel the safest when I'm alone. And I feel the safest when I'm alone, not because it's like I don't trust nobody or things like that. I feel the safest alone because I know how to handle myself when I'm upset, when I'm angry, when I'm this, when I'm that. My friends, my family, not anyone around me knows how to handle me when I'm really distressed. And I don't know if y'all can relate. So I feel the safest alone because I know how to handle myself in hard situations that no one else around me can possibly understand how to, like, handle me. You know what I'm saying? You ever feel like every time you're on a breakthrough, every time it's like, oh, I feel good, it's like something tries to bring you back, and it's kind of like, what the fuck, like, you feel so good, like, and everything's going well, and it's like, damn, that ex texts you, or it's like, damn, fuck, I'm in debt, damn, this happened. Don't let that shit bother you. This is what you do if you feel like you about to be healed and your ex texts you. You text back. This is what you do. You text back and you say this: I'm sorry, I can't right now. That's all you have to say. Because in reality, you really can't right now. Because you're healing. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't right now. Not right now. That's how I be feeling. That's generally how I be feeling. Like, if anyone texts me bullshit, like, if anyone texts me, like, just any bullshit, or just, like, let's say if I'm going through something and someone texts me trying to vent to me or something, and I'm hurting myself, and you know I'm hurting, I always just say, sorry, I can't right now. That's my go-to. Sorry, I can't. Shit, sometimes my friends be texting me, like, hey, girl, what you doing today? Sorry, I can't right now. Because sometimes I have to genuinely put myself first. So you have to tell people, like, I can't do this right now. Like, I be feeling like I can't do a lot. Shit, I can't do this right now. That's my go-to. Oh, something I wanted to talk about too. Oh my gosh, I actually talked about this on my Finsta. Don't follow it. But I was running the other day. I'm gonna run after this. Shit, I be running. Not OD, because, you know, the lungs not there how high school, you know. But, you know, I was running the other day, and when we run, I don't know if you run, but in general, when people run, you set a goal, whether it's a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles, you're setting a goal, right? And as you know, time goes on, you get tired, you get out of breath, like, you want to quit. I know some of y'all went to the gym and y'all get on that treadmill after, it's like you get off after 5 minutes, you get off after 10 minutes, like, you tired, you don't want to do it no more, right? That's life. That's literally life. Let me tell you how that's life. Because when you keep going throughout this life journey, you keep going, or even just you have a goal. Let's say you want to start a business, right? So you keep going and you keep going, but then time comes when it's just like you're tired, and you keep getting more tired, and you keep getting more tired, going and going and going. Don't stop. You can't stop. So when I'm on the treadmill, I'm going. I literally said to myself, this is life. I'm tired as fuck right now, but I can't stop. I can't stop, because the moment you stop, you're gonna not feel accomplished. You're gonna feel like, damn, I really wish I sat there and I finished this mile, finished that 2-mile run that I wanted to do. I really wish I did that. You just don't feel accomplished. You feel like garbage. Like, you just feel like, wow, like, I should have just finished it. You know what I'm saying? I should have just kept going. Right? That's life, isn't it? Anytime you quit on something, anytime you quit on that weight loss journey, you like, damn, like, I should have just continued doing that shit like a month ago. I would have been there by now. Or anytime you quit on starting that business, you be like, oh, dang, why did I quit starting that business? Like, I would have had that business up and running by now, and I would have had bread from it. Like, you just always think, like, why didn't I do it? And that's running. So when I get tired and treadmill, I be like, this is life, baby. You can't quit. You have to literally keep going until you reach your goal. Because once you reach that goal, once I reach that mile, that 2 mile, I hit the stop button. I feel so accomplished. Like, wow. I completed everything I wanted to do today. I finished my mile. I finished my 2 miles. And that's life. You completed your goal for this, that, and the third. You get there and you're like, wow, like, I really completed this shit. I really got there. And it's crazy because the next day, the next week, whatever, you back on that treadmill because you got a new goal. The next day, the next week, you back running at life. You back on the track of life. You back on the track of life to get to that new goal. That's life. You got to keep going, man. You got to keep going no matter what. And even if you feel like you're not doing your best, or even if you feel like you're tired, it's okay. You have tomorrow. And you have the next day. And you have the next day. Just keep going. Because I promise you, if you don't do it, you're going to feel like shit. You're going to feel like you missed out on an opportunity to be better. Whether that's, situational, like business, this, that, and the third. Or whether it's just life in general. Or whether it's actually running. Something I say to myself. Something I say to myself when I feel like I have a little bit of anxiety, or I feel like I'm a little down, or a little sad, or I'm feeling a little sadness at night, or a little loneliness. I take a deep breath and I say, I might not feel like I'm okay, but I'm okay. Or I might not feel like I'm fine, but I'm just fine. And that generally makes me feel better, because I can say just last night I was really upset, I was really lonely, I was really anxious, and today I woke up like a brand new bitch. I'm fine. I'm not upset, I'm not lonely, I feel good, and I'm in front of y'all today doing a podcast video. So I felt like I wasn't fine, but I was 100% fine, because I'm here today, and I feel better today, and I feel like I have so much to accomplish today. That's how y'all should be looking at the times that you are sad. It's like, I feel like I'm not okay. Like, that's just my mind trying to trick me. I'm just fine. I'm just fine. Don't let your loneliness lead to torture. Period. Don't let your loneliness lead to torture. A lot of people, they get a little lonely. They friend and answering the phone. So what they gonna do? They gonna call that ex. They gonna call that ex situationship. They gonna call that friend that they not really friends with no more. Text them like, hey, what's up? What you doing? Loneliness genuinely does lead to torture, and I witnessed that shit too many times. Whether it's my friends, whether it's myself, it's torture. Because like, you be thinking you really doing your big one, and you better like hit your ex up, y'all about to talk, y'all about to catch up, they about to come over, no, and it just makes you sadder, because they show you time and time again that they don't really give a fuck about you the way that you think they do, or the way that you want them to. And it's not because they're bad people, and it's not because it's not because they're bad people, and it's not because this and that, it's just because they genuinely can't. I don't really take shit to heart anymore. Some people genuinely can't give you what you want them to give you. Because even on the other side of things, in real life, some people want me to give them shit that I can't give them. Whether it's just more of my time, my presence, my anything. I can't give you that. I only, like right now in my life, I only have time to give to me. I don't have time to give to nobody else, because y'all don't do nothing for me. Y'all don't do nothing for me. So please don't let that loneliness lead to you torturing yourself. Think about it before you send that text, before you call that person. Really, really think about it. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can relate, but feeling heartbreak is getting very, very tiresome to me. Like, it really is. I'm exhausted. I last night I was sitting down, like, because I was really upset last night, and I'm like, I can't imagine feeling this shit every single day. I really can't imagine feeling that shit every single day. Wow. Because the shit I was feeling last night was real life sadness, like a whole. I can't imagine feeling that shit every single night. I'm tired. It's been like a year of me feeling that shit. But you want to know why it's been a year of me feeling that shit? It's because during that year I kept letting loneliness lead to my torture. During that year I kept ignoring myself for other people. During that year I was always doing the one thing that makes my life a little worse instead of the one thing that makes my life a little better. And I just recently came to like the agreement with myself that I'm gonna stop doing that. So it's kind of like I'm starting my journey all over again, back to the thing I was saying about running and life. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going, because the moment you slip up and you give up and you stop, you're gonna regret it. And last night I was regretting it. I was regretting it so bad. Like, why didn't I just structure up a year ago and did this a year ago and because it wasn't time. Sometimes you really have to go through even more pain, even more heartbreak for you to get to the point where you need to be in life. That's why, the people say keep going back until it breaks you. Some shit like that, like keep going back until you're tired. I don't know, something like that. But it's real though, you know what I'm saying? Don't keep going back until then. But it does work at the end of the day, because some people really don't know when enough is enough. I'm gonna ask y'all this. What is enough for you? Are you done? Are you tired? You saying yes, but I don't know. I feel like in a week from now, you're gonna see him at a party, and it's not gonna be enough. When are you going to cater to your needs over anyone else's? When are you gonna start saying, this life is about me, and I'm tired of making it about other people or making it about you? I'm gonna leave you with that question. What is enough for you? I'm gonna end this off and I'm gonna say pain feels good. And you might be like, what? But for real, pain feels good. Pain is the rawest emotion that you could feel. I posted a video of somebody saying this. Pain is the rawest emotion you can feel, because pain turns you into a whole brand new person, whether it's good or whether it's bad. So it's what you do with that pain. I feel my pain. I put it in my podcast. This whole episode was based around the shit I've been feeling for the past 2 weeks. The shit I've been going through, the shit I've been realizing for the past 2 weeks. I take my pain and I go to the gym every day and I release it. That's what emotional people should do. They should go to the gym more, because that's how you release pain. You need a physical outlet sometimes. Side note. But pain is so raw. That's why some people are addicted to pain. You know those people who just like being sad? They always posted some sad shit and nothing even happened. Like they just want to make their life miserable. That's how raw pain is. That's how real pain is. Pain drives people. I mean, obviously they're using it in a negative way. But my pain is driving me to be the best person I could possibly be. My pain is driving me to step into my truth and my authentic self, to deliver the things that I want to deliver, podcast-wise and real life-wise. What can pain drive you to do? I know you are capable of being the best version of yourself. The fact that you're still here, you're still fine, you're still listening to my voice after going through a heartbreak, just shows you're strong. Keep it going. Because even if no one believes in you, if you feel like no one loves you, even though I know there's people out there that loves you, I could say I definitely do. I love you, but I love myself more. Thank you.
How do you feel? You lay down, right? You take a second, you take your vitamins, you do your thing. When I'm hurt, I love it. I love that feeling because it's real. That's the most realest feeling that you could ever have, is being in pain, because everything else, happiness could be fake, crying could be fake, but pain, shit, that's real.